I don't even know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Hi guys, it's Lana here, and today I am finally gonna get around to cutting my hair again.
Why?
Let me just tell you, like, you can skip forward, but I just want to give you a quick rundown. The last time I cut my hair was in January, and if you want to watch that one, that is probably the quickest, simplest hair cutting method that you could ever try. So I will link that like wherever that gets linked. Like 2 days later, I flew to Korea. It was freezing cold in Korea and my hair was out like every single day. I was out climbing mountains and stuff. One of my friends commented and was like actually touched my hair and was like, why is your hair so dry? And I was just like, shut up. My hair really got dried out because of that, because I was traveling and I had bad products with me, and that theme has really continued throughout this whole year. I'll be the first to admit that for someone who's like a curly hair guru, I've really not been taking good care of my hair this year. Surfing, water sports, salt water, and really just doing the most to my hair and then not taking care of it. Like, my hair has really been through the mill and is very damaged at the ends. I have a lot of split ends. It's quite disgusting.
Shoot.
So I'm gonna cut them all off. My hair has literally just been straight, and this is the first time that I've had it back to being curly again. I've done a deep conditioning treatment, which I think has really helped me out, but nothing is gonna save these ends. And if you guys wanna know why I can't keep this length, is because, you know, when your hair is split like this, and I noticed as I was brushing through it when it was straight, the ends break because they're so dry and they're split, and you can see the difference. Like, it's quite normal to lose hairs, and you'll find that those hairs are usually long. Like, if you lose long hairs, that's quite normal, but if you're losing just like little bits like this, then that's because of breakage. That hair has broken off, and when the ends are broken, they don't just stop breaking. If it's damaged, or if it was cut with blunt scissors, which is basically damaged, then you end up with a split, and it keeps splitting and it keeps breaking off, and then this bit breaks off, and it gets shorter. It gets shorter and shorter, and I don't want that. So I'd rather just nip it in the bud, cut off the damage, give myself some healthy ends, and they look so much nicer as well. Like, no matter how much products and deep conditioning you put on your damaged ends, the damage is done. Like,
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
the damage is done and you can't fix it. So that was just a little rundown of why I'm cutting my hair and why you should probably cut your hair too. I mean, you probably know that if you're already watching this video, right? I have a method. I didn't call it this, but I've heard it being referred to as the Lana summer method, which is quite nice. I appreciate the recognition there, but I don't think I didn't invent this, but maybe I popularized it among like 3B, 3C curly hair textures, maybe? I don't know. So what you gotta do is, your hair should be wet for this, and you gotta brush it all forward. However, this is gonna be different from my previous hair video, my previous cutting hair videos. The first one, I did the cut in 3 stages. I ended up cutting quite a lot off because I had a specific look and shape that I was styling my hair into. The second video was just one cut and you're done. It's very easy and effective. It's not very precise, and it sort of just maintains the style that you already created for yourself if you followed the first tutorial. And this one, I want to make it more precise again, but just a bit easier. I hope this makes sense.
What are you talking about?
Because I think that the first method kind of leaves you with a V shape in the back of your hair, and lately I'm just kind of not down for the V shape in the back of my hair. I'm gonna try and find a way to circumvent that. I've literally just been trying to think of it, and I actually don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna guess. If I'm not right, then I'll be wrong. Bruh. So this is kind of the traditional way. I brush it all forward. It's best to do this with some conditioner on your hair. So I've actually got some leave-in conditioner, or you can do this when you have a deep conditioner on, like whatever, just to make it easier to brush your hair all the way out, because your hair needs to be completely detangled. It just needs to be easy to comb through, really, because you need to just have no tangles. I would usually tie it right here and then we would cut it, but I feel like what this does is it leaves this part very straight. This part stays the longest because this part traveled the furthest. So you really do get that diamond shape. I don't want to have such an exaggerated diamond like V shape. So I think the way for me to be able to do that is to kind of try and cut, if possible, into more of a straight line like this. Like, I think you can already sort of see it. Am I imagining?
Like, it's going this way. Like, no,
So we kind of just want to minimize the diamond shape and cut it more straight this time. And I'm going to tip my head even more forward than what I usually do. I'm really getting like pretty much upside down for this. I have to zoom out so far. I want to cut this off. I don't even know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, well, I cut some. You see this gradient? That's what leads to your hair looking like it's in a triangle. So I'm just going to even it out. I don't want a triangle anymore. So I'm just going to cut here. I'm just trying even that out a little bit. I want to take this side and I want to match it up to that. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Let's cut.
No.
So I think that what we can see here is that I do still have those layers that I know and love, but hopefully the gradient is just not going to be as extreme as it goes towards the back of my head. And that V should be rounded out more, so it's not just like this, it should just be rounder. But I guess we'll see when I wake up, when my hair dries. So I do just want to give some pieces of advice before anyone thinks about cutting their own hair, especially using this method. One, make sure you have real hairdressing scissors. They're really not too expensive. If you just jump on Amazon, I think you can get them for less than £10. They're going to be designed to just be very, very sharp, which means that you're going to have a nice clean cut on your hair, which ultimately protects it from damage. If you're using scissors that are too blunt, then you might end up causing more damage than good. Just take in mind about your hair texture, your curl pattern, and your hair length, because this is really going to look very different depending on your hair type. So my hair is pretty long, so when I pull all my hair to the front of my head and I cut it here, then the front of my hair is going to be, you know, it's going to be as far as I pull it forward, right? So this is the front of my hair. Whereas if your hair is only this long and you pull all of your hair forward, then the front of your hair is going to be this long. You know, the rest of your hair might be this long in the layers, but the front is only going to be this long. So it really does look very different depending how long your hair is and what your curl pattern is. So just keep that in mind. And also please just keep in mind that I'm not a professional hairdresser. Like, I literally taught myself everything I know about hairs. Okay guys, so this is the result of the haircut. I'm happy with how it turned out, as always. Like, I think like the basis of the haircut was pretty much the same. Like, flipping your head over is the most important part, because that's what gives you this kind of like layered shape instead of just having a blunt cut for your curls. Because, you know, like if you have like a blunt cut, then your hair sort of just looks kind of weird when it's curly. So I prefer just to give it a bit of a rounder shape with the layers, and also it just helps like sort of thin my hair out towards the bottoms, and I just prefer it. I think it's just a nicer shape for my hair, and it also means that I get more volume up here because I have like shorter layers and things. So that's how the cut turns out. And also I just want to say that this is the first time that I've like washed my hair since straightening it, and I'm just super happy that the curls are still alive, because I always get worried about that. Let me just show you the hair from this side. I just really like these layers a lot, and it means that I can flip my hair this side or this side. I can have it all back. Just still looks good, like whichever way you have it. I do feel like I took off a lot of length this time though, like maybe a lot more length than I realized, but still my hair is still like down to my hip. My hip bone is here. Before I cut it, my hair was way down to like my booty, but it was a cut that I needed. All I see is healthy hair. That's all I can see, because we cut off all of that dry, horrible stuff at the ends. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy.
I also just need to include this little section because I realized that I didn't address this point at all when I talked about the results, but my hair does still have kind of a V shape, but like I wanted, it is definitely a smoother gradient. It's really rounded out instead of being that really harsh V shape that I had before. So yeah, I guess this kind of worked.
So I really like it, and I hope that you guys liked it too. Please thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful, and please share it with your friends, your family, your curly friends, anyone who needs a haircut style video. Get me on Instagram, it's at Lana Summer, where I will be showing you lots of tips like this all the time, and also subscribe to this channel. How about that?
Okay, bye.